Hey, hello.
Yep.
How's it going?
Good, man. What's up?
Yeah, so I just had a question following on from a critique I saw of you. I think it was Sam Harris that you were critiquing. I don't know if am I allowed to sort of ask about your apologetic stuff on here, or should I
Yeah,
save that for
sure.
another day?
Yeah, anything's fine. Anything's fine.
Nice. Yeah, you were uh, kind of critiquing him, saying that he can't get from an is to an ought, and he was trying to
Right.
talk about ethics, talk about what we can do as a morals and all this kind of stuff. But all
Yes,
he
I
could
recall that.
and you were kind of pointing out, everyone from David Hume or whatever has made this distinction as kind of a basic thing. But I was just reading something the other day, and it kind of struck me that I was saying that the is ought distinction itself is actually a symptom of the moral incoherence of modernity. And from the standpoint of a scheme in which you have real teleology in the world, that distinction between is ought actually has no application, and it only arises when um, a concept of a human telos is discarded. And
Yeah, I think that's fair.
just following on from that, I guess as a guy who argues for Eastern Orthodoxy, right, which is kind of pre-modern, I guess, pre that distinction, I would love to know what your just a bit more detail on how exactly you would see the is ought distinction.
No, I agree with your point. It's not even a problem in an Orthodox paradigm because we wouldn't remove telos, right? And that's
Mm.
the purpose in critiquing these atheistic paradigms. It's just simply that David Hume is more consistent. It's not that David Hume has the correct paradigm. It's that he's the one that's saying, "Hey, fellow atheists, let's be consistent. There is no causation or telos or moral ought if atheism materialism is true, and that's the whole point. Doesn't mean that and if God exists, then absolutely makes perfect sense why there's purpose, why there's ethics, why there's meaning, why
Mm.
there's knowledge, right? Because that's a worldview, a paradigm in which those things are possible. In the worldview, the paradigm of the materialistic atheist, those things are not possible.
Okay, that's really hard. So telos exists for you, obviously, but I would just like what. So, do you have any concept of an is without an ought, or does everything have formal final cause and all this kind of stuff? I don't know if that's how you say it.
Oh, well, I think everything in the universe is being drawn towards a telos, towards a purpose, which is all the logi are summed up in one in the logos, who is Christ. So the logos theology perhaps answers that cosmic scope question that you're asking.
Okay, great. That's really interesting. So it sounds like the when you're knocking down those he's unable to overcome the is ought thing. You're basically saying, look, from within your paradigm, you have no answer to this, but I myself don't even have to deal with these categories in the same way that you do.
Absolutely.
Okay, nice.